Hello and a very good evening. Sorry, I'm a little bit late actually. It really has been rushing around this particular Sunday. I just got back from London a couple of hours ago, so just ready now for the live stream. And a good evening to Oscar. Welcome to your new profile picture. And you're making me a banner, you say. Oh, thank you very much. That sounds good. Let us get going. And a very good evening to you all as well. Good evening, Amaze Tase, and good evening to Scooby. It was fantastic to see you yesterday, and Josh as well. And I hope you've recovered. I was absolutely shattered, to be honest. I came back on the train and promptly fell asleep. Yeah, it's been absolutely brilliant. Evening to Pete as well. Back from holiday, back to reality after your time in Yorkshire. So fantastic. Oscar, you've made me a banner. That sounds good. Fantastic. Are you going to put it on the Discord? Are you for us? That sounds great. Good evening, Brian, as well, and to Joshua Summers, and to Andy. So yes, hope everybody is well. So the plan for today, say it's a bit rushed, but we're going to do a HST from Paddington to Reading. Then we're going to have a look at the Manchester Airport Commuter route with the Slade Lane Junction improvements. We're going to do a Voyager. So that should be, providing Dom's in by then, that should be our championship playoff between Dom and Brian to decide who picks the champion's choice. And that'll be the third one as normal. And then we've got a Bakerloo line one. It's ages. We were saying this yesterday. It's ages since we've done a Bakerloo line service. So we'll do Elephant and Castle to Queen's Park. I'll give it a bit of thought, see how things are going on. If I'm feeling a bit tired by then, we might pack up then, because I want to have maybe want a bit of a snooze before things start for the match to start tonight. But we'll see. Yeah, no, that's really appreciated, Oscar. Thank you very much for that. I will have a look at that. I'll try and now. I've started to turn the Discord off during the stream because the problem is that it seems to. I think that eats away a little bit at the frame rates as well. So it's just trying to keep things as good as we can. Yeah, caught. I finally remembered, once I woke up, I remembered that the British Grand Prix was on, and I saw I was just in time to see the final 30 seconds of it, to be honest. Evening, King K. Hope you're well. Good evening to Tim as well. I'd never even heard of Charles Leclerc until I saw him win the final lap. But as we said, I mean, my knowledge on Formula One is absolutely atrocious. So I thought we'd try and do it not quite so kind of Trent Valley or Crewe to Preston focus tonight. So try and have a bit of variety. Yeah, seems to be, Pete. I still need to get it fixed up on the roof, and hopefully me brother's friend's gonna we need to get a pole and something else to fix it all up properly. So try and order that in the week, and then hopefully next weekend. So I think it'll be better when it's on the roof, but seems to be performing absolutely fine. Good evening, Dom. Hope you are well. But yeah, I'll have a look at the banner, Oscar, and get it downloaded and get that put in. That sounds great. Lewis on the railway, good evening. Yeah, it really is. It is an excellent route. It's a lot more stable. We were talking about this yesterday than the previous All Aboard Studios route. But yeah, I mean, that's great. And also Crewe Preston's good as well. Yeah, it was. Did it get? Had they got the safety car on or something at the end? I mean, again, I didn't see the reasons why, but it meant that there was no race, I suppose, at the end. So it was kind of decided, wasn't it? Yeah, definitely, Lewis. Yeah. I know Scooby certainly agrees on that, and I think we all do. Really, we'd love to see a bit more on the East Coast Main Line. Who knows? That might be. You never know. It might be one of the TSW6 announcements. So let's get going. Where's my cursor gone? Oh, it's there. Yeah, I'm definitely fine on. It definitely works pretty well. I mean, the upload speed seemed to vary a little bit. So again, I think it needs a little bit of tinkering with. But yeah, I think we're the same. We've got one or two slight obstructions, but not bad though. Crewe Preston, I think, again, because it's PC, doesn't tend to crash, but I have had a few stuttering issues. It seems to be improving a bit, but I think Just Trains are working on some sort of optimization for it, so hopefully that'll be better. So what are we doing? One's Charlie 05, I think. Yeah, well, in all honesty, I'm using an old tally, so I couldn't do it in 4K even if I wanted to. So that does probably help a bit. But I did find Crewe quite heavy going originally. I also found one of the reskins on the Class 86 was a bit on the heavy side as well. That special sort of electric blue livery, not the Les Ross one. I think is it E3172. But for some reason, I've no idea why. All the other ones seem fine. Yeah, definitely, Lewis. Yeah, I mean, some will say not before time. Now, again, let me know if the sound levels are a bit too heavy, because I'm using the microphone on the headset, so we'll see how that performs. What have we got? Day headlamps. Have we got 40? We've got the same livery in twice there. I think. There you go. That's a slight oddity. We've got a first Great Western one there. We've got a couple of normal Great Western Railway ones and a D-stop tube as well. It is, yeah, it is, and it's a little while since I've used it. So I thought this week we'll try and move away slightly. We've done so many kind of West Coast Main Line focused streams over the last couple of weeks. So okay, the next run is technically on West Coast Main Line, but it's only a short bit with the Manchester Airport Commuter. And this is, of course, with the remaster as well. So Paddington and everything else so much busier than it was before. Now we'll have to try and get some material, some pictures, and I thought we've put the DSD on, haven't we? Maybe we hadn't. I'll try and get some pictures and some video up from yesterday at the London Transport collection from Acton, stuff that we saw, and also a bit of the stuff we saw at Ealing Broadway as well. But yeah, hopefully dovetail. I mean, the whole issue of the blurry textures, I know, has been an absolutely massive problem, and Firefly seems to have got a good handle on it with the Medway Valley route. So hopefully they are beginning to get a little bit of a grip on it. We've got the roadmap coming up, haven't we, this week? I was just double checking that. I think it's up on the 8th. So when's that? Wednesday, isn't it? And then the actual preview stream for it's actually not until Friday. Well, I say preview stream. The actual look at it, proper look at it, is Friday, isn't it? Again, I've tinkered around with the settings in OBS Studio, so I'm hoping it's running smoothly and there's no frame drops. But let me know if there's any issues. What I was a bit concerned about last week, I mean, in the main it seemed all right, but we got to Crewe on the Crewe Preston, and it was very, very stuttery, and it wasn't like they're actually playing the game. That was just something that was on the stream. So I'm just hoping we don't get anything like that tonight. But if you do get any issues, let me know, because I can perhaps tinker around with things slightly. we will starting to be thinking about fairly soon. I mean, you kind of think that the summer break's coming up a little bit, and then we're going to be then full throttle in terms of thinking about Train Sim World 7. I mean, I suppose officially we don't even know Train Sim World 7 is a thing yet, but I think we all know that it will be coming out. It's absolute certainty, I'm sure. Quite a warm day again, and it was nice weather. And are any of you stopping up to watch England against Mexico at 1 a.m? I've been given a little bit of, well, I could start work two hours later, so I'm going to do it, I think. I just hope there's no thunderstorms, and it'd be better still if there's no extra time and penalties, but time will tell on that. Feels quite slow from an acceleration point of view, doesn't it? I know we are slightly uphill. Ah, here we are. This is Ely Broadway. That's where we were yesterday. Ah, okay. Oh, you right. You're a French supporter now, are you? Yeah, it's really surreal, isn't it? I always think looking at the game at places that you've been to in real life, and then you always appreciate a little bit on the game how good it really is, and you kind of notice the differences as well. But it's sometimes you just look at the game and you look at reality and you think, wow, that is pretty close. Yes, indeed, Scoob. Yeah. So the thing is, then, Pete, if England end up beating France, are you supporting France to beat England? I just hope I can stay awake for it. I mean, I was bad enough being feeling a bit tired in time for this stream, so I don't know what I'll be like come 1 o'clock, but fingers crossed. Ah, excellent. Yeah, me and Josh, we went to the hotel. We went. It was only the one stop, I think, to Southall, but we went on the Lizzie line briefly, and then we got the bus to the Premier Inn, and then this morning I got the bus to Hounslow West, and got the Piccadilly line then in. Ah, I see. Ah, you got an ulterior motive, right? Okay, right. How much will you win if you get the work? You win the sweepstake. I have to say, I've been in loads of sweepstakes over the years at work. I never ever come out top for anything. We've been doing the Grand National sweepstake for 25 years. I don't think I've won it once. I think I got a place this year though, so I think I got a fiver or something. so busy now, this remaster, isn't it? It's very, very classy, and it took absolutely ages before it came out, but well and truly worth the wait. And it's just, say, it just feels a bit short, really, when you're running a HST. It's only half an hour's run, and you kind of wanted to carry on the service from Reading, aren't you? It feels a bit short. Right, gotcha. Elizabeth Line to Moorgate, Liverpool Street, the Northern Line, Underground to East Finchley. I like that. Yes, you're not a great supporter of the Great British Public, are you, Pete? Yeah, I like that. Whatever the public do, I do the opposite. I like that. Yeah, it was nice to get a little bit of cool aircon as well on the Elizabeth line. And then when we got to the Premier Inn, we then watched the France Paraguay game, and I must admit I was almost falling asleep by the end, but managed to another pint or two, so it was very nice. I think Josh is out and about today. He's on the Met line, and then he's got a week's worth of railway travels up and down the country. All right, fantastic. So you kind of did the full journey then, really, didn't you, to Abbey Wood? Savage. Oh, there you go. Delighted at Ferrari's victory. Even more delighted was Charles Leclerc and not Lewis Hamilton. I like it. I'm not sure Scooby would agree with you on that one, I reckon. There we go, there's a bit of freight action. Yeah, and I kind of gathered as well, the brief 2 minutes of it that I saw, that again, you don't kind of pronounce it as Charles, do you? Sort of Charles. I suppose it's like you say, Charles Legault. Imagine you would say Charles Legault, wouldn't you? But yeah, kind of getting the French pronunciation on Charles. You've just got something racing past you all the time now, haven't you, with this remaster? It's absolutely superb. And I mean, okay, it's kind of, I suppose, rush hour-ish this time of the morning, but it really doesn't matter what time of the day you pick. It's always now really, really, really busy. So yeah, give us a shout if the sound levels aren't quite right. I can't turn the microphone up because it's on maximum, but I can, if the train sound is a bit too noisy, then let me know. I can turn it down, and also we can adjust it if we need to.
Yeah, well, we know from. I think you posted a couple of pictures from your holiday in Yorkshire. It did look very, very nice. I think you've had some good weather as well. Whatever you're drinking, mate, it's too strong. I like it. You'd probably say never to that, wouldn't you, Pete? Yeah, Italian beer. Very good. Yeah, I was completely wide awake coming back. The train was absolutely bang on time. In fact, I think we pulled into Milton Keynes 6 minutes early or something. I think, again, it's just one of them scheduling things. But we were on time all the way. But I was absolutely wide awake. And then after Milton Keynes and the rest of the journey, I was really, really tired by the time I got to Crewe. So hopefully Dom and Brian are all ready to battle it out, all be well for the championship playoff after the tie last week. First time we've had a tie on one of these runs. He managed 6,555 points for the run equally last week. Good evening, Southwestern. I'm fine, thanks. How are you? Cash, of course, being Yorkshire, I like that. Yeah, no, it sounds great, and for the pictures that you've showed us, it looks absolutely splendid. How's your? Have you had any more chance trying out with the route building, or have you just been, fully understand it if you have been too busy? Ah, okay. You're going on something on Train Sim Classic, right? Is that? I know you've been doing quite a bit of scenarios, haven't you, just lately? I just wished I'd got more time to try some of these things out because some of them look really nice. King is watching, I think. Oh, we've got a double yellow. Get a few brakes on. Look fairly short, these signalling blocks here, don't they? You did, Pete, yeah. That looked absolutely superb.
very, very good pictures, and I love some of the takeoffs, and I also like that one with the you kind of got the bird and the plane in the same shot. Ah, okay, you having a look at Victoria. Yeah, it feels quite old school now, doesn't it? The since that was released. But yeah, I love some of the takeoff shots as well, and it's kind of one of those. I don't know what zoom you've got on the lens. I know you've said it's a decent lens, but yeah, they're absolutely cracking shots actually. I mean, the original Trade Sim Classic London to Brighton is very, very, very old now. One of the very earlier Trade Sim Classic routes, isn't it? So goes back. Oh, I dread to think when that was from. Yeah, pigeons bigger than 737s in Yorkshire. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it made the 737 look tiny, which is a great shot. I love to see the lifting gear, the landing gear as well, the wheels going up as well on take up. And if you've got a view of that, and you kind of got almost a, I suppose, slightly sideways on, but almost like a head-on view, then you got a great view of that. I'm back to green again now. Yeah, 2008. Well, there you go. So 18 years. It's quite a long time. Yeah, there you go. And kind of the 50 times optical zoom, that I do understand because of using camcorders. And I mean, I've got a 25 optical zoom on my camcorder, um, which is pretty decent for a camcorder. But if you wanted a 50 times, you're in the realms of, for sort of camcorders, you're in the realms of absolutely thousands. It's you're almost needing kind of like broadcast quality lenses. I've not looked for a year or two, having said that, but it just wasn't possible. It never used to be. Right, well, the point being, GRE, hope you're well. I can't turn up the microphone because it's on maximum, but I can turn the sound of the train down slightly. I get better sound volume from the desktop microphone that I've got set up. That was the one I was using until a couple of weeks ago. But I think you do get a overall a better sound quality from this one. Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, it's not new. I've had this headset for absolutely ages, but I haven't used it on the stream until fairly well until last week. Really, I thought I'd give it a try out. Well, I've ordered it now, GRE. Hope you're well, by the way. So hopefully that should be a little bit better. It's just sometimes a question of adjusting the sound of the train down a bit. It's difficult for me to observe because the sound always comes through pretty loud to me. Yeah, it's really good. You know, 50 times zoom will get you pretty much anywhere, won't it? I mean, the last time I looked, if I wanted something like 50 times zoom for a proper camcorder lens that was properly optical, then you were looking at like sort of 10 grand, maybe more than that. Yeah, bye, GRE. I'm trying to crawl up to the marker here. I'm a bit short. Brakes take ages to release on this thing, don't they? So presumably that's is there an Oxford service then, that 166 there? Yeah, so should be a Bristol Temple Meads. It'd be great if we could just carry on the journey, wouldn't it? Reading just feels too short for the half an hour. How's the sound for everybody else, by the way? Are you can you hear me all right above the sound of the train? Just kind of don't want the train to be too low. It's just getting the balance just right. But yeah, sort of OBS studio wise, I've got the sound of the microphones on absolute maximum, so it won't go up any higher. But I could, I'll say, I can always turn the sound of the train up and down a little bit. So yeah, great first run. That enjoyed that, and so hopefully Dom and Brian are ready for our second run. So this is a bit of a playoff. Ah, right, okay. Ah, I wonder then, GRE might be. Let me turn the sound back up of the train then. It might be that GRE's perhaps something funny like headphones wise. Perhaps you just got the sound coming through. So I've turned the sound of the train back up again. Yeah, I've seen some absolutely superb uh, camera lenses at air shows, and sometimes there's absolutely. I mean, some of them really do look as though you would get close-up pictures of the moon and stuff, and there's some. I mean, it's. I think the difference is that your camera lens for photography is kind of affordable, but the video camera lens is probably not so. Probably King K would have some opinions on that. Ah, good evening, Josh. Hope you're well. Have you enjoyed your day on the Met Line? Excellent, Brian. Ah, good evening, Bob. Yeah, I'm fine, thanks. Hope you are as well. So right, so Manchester Airport Commuter. So we're on the Voyager. Weekday timetable, Voyager, and it's one of the few ones that actually go from Crewe. So this is 1 Hotel 14. because the microphone and the headset's more directional, you might not hear the creaking chair as well. Yeah, brilliant to meet you yesterday as well, and to get all your insights on the timetables and all the stuff that you put in. Really interesting to hear about. Ah, okay, marvelous, Bob. Yeah, yeah. I think I don't know if it was it you that mentioned that last week. We'll have to get a run on that going at some point. Bowled out of Cockfosters, unfortunately. Okay, just now, but managed Cheshire, Watford, Stanmore, Edgware, Mill Hill East, and High Barnet, and going to try to get up to Epping. Excellent. Do you know that's something my brother did earlier on in the year as well, and he had a bit of a walk round Epping Forest, and I always been saying for years I'd like to go on the Epping-Ongar Railway as well at some point. You know, particularly with it being an old tube line as well. Sounds very posh, doesn't it, East Finchley? Right, have we got everything on there? I think we have, haven't we? So as far as I can gather, the announcements have been totally knocked out now on this route at the stations. Is it my imagination, or is the that font a little bit bigger now as well? Yeah, it's great, excellent stuff they're pottering about on the underground. Oh, there you go. Done really well then, fitting all that in and watching the Grand Prix as well. Yeah, so now I've adjusted the sounds. Let us know if the sound's too low. I can obviously turn it up. Give us a quick shout. Yeah, I was fine, Josh, and I was tired though. I say the second half of the journey, I was quite tired, so I promptly arrived back home about 2:30. Well, I was on time in Crewe about 1:30, and then got back to Crewe for 2:30. Back to home to 2:30, and then immediately fell asleep for an hour or so. Well, I think, Bob, that this is with the sound mod on as well. So, excellent, Scooby. That's good. So, by the way, if this is a tie between Brian and Dom, then I think we might have to resort to a coin toss even to decide it. Yeah, it's a bit weird really because I'm so used to getting up at 6:30. It doesn't matter what time I go to bed. I wake up at that early. So I didn't immediately go out though. I didn't end up leaving the hotel till I don't know what time it was actually. About 8:30, going on towards 9 o'clock. Yeah, well, kind of. I might actually just toss a real one, but it'll be kind of whoever shouts out heads or tails first. We might have a red coming up here, but I think we should be all right for stopping in time. No, I didn't bother, to be honest. I thought about it, but I wasn't that bothered, really. I just ended up not very healthy, but I just got a chocolate bar and a cookie and a coffee. I had 2 coffees, actually, at Euston. I do quite like a premiere, but the problem for me is if I have a premiere in it, premiere and breakfast, I like to have absolutely loads of time, to be honest. And yeah, if I've got a couple of hours to spare, then fair enough. I do believe that is red. Or is it? No, I think it's yellow. Yeah, no, it's yellow, isn't it? Yeah, that's, you can tell the difference there, can't you? That's red on the right. Yeah, they are. Did you have breakfast there this morning, Josh? Oh, right, you're having it tomorrow, yeah. Yeah, it's great if you've got the time, because, you know, it's unlimited, isn't it? You can have as much as you want. You can have 5 cups of coffee if you want, so it's pretty decent. And I think I'm right in saying you could have, I mean, I like porridge for my breakfast, but you have to, like, pre-order it. No, we're all right. We've got the feather on there, haven't we? But yeah, have a cracking night's sleep. And I mean, I always say that, you know, people always say, oh, there's nothing like your own bed, but I think the bed that I get in a Premier is much superior than the one at home. And I'm not sponsored by Premier Inn, by the way. Right, now we should be on time in Stockport here. We've got 6 minutes to make it into the station. Ah, excellent. Yeah, yeah. I think I do remember you saying, thinking about it, Pete. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. And I know that's the slogan that they use in the advert, but it's just true, isn't it? And you know, I've paid for hotels. Particularly in London, I've paid for hotels before.
We are now approaching Stockport. Please take all your belongings with you. Please mind the gap between the train and the platform, and take care when stepping down from the train.
Yeah, I've paid sort of over the odds for hotels in London, and then, you know, I've ended up with a lumpy bed that's just not very good. So you know you're going to get a decent bed. You know, the lighting, everything about it's just nice. And I mean, for some reason, I mean, the beds are pretty good at travel lodges, but I think the colouring, because it's blue, and you know, I know it's all aesthetics, but it just feels a little bit too cold, really. I've gone way past the stop marker, but never mind.
This is Stockport. This is a cross-country service to Manchester Piccadilly. The next station is Manchester Piccadilly.
So I'd love to know what's happened to the announcements on this route now. There you are. You see, on time. It happens occasionally on one of my drives, but it's only because it's really conservative this time. Yeah, and of course they've had quite a lot of bad publicity as well, haven't they, this travel lodge. Oh, is that due out after us or before us? That's due out. That's going to be out before us, isn't it? Yeah, no, definitely agree, Pete. Yeah, I'm a big supporter, and you know, I'm not too bothered about it being, you know, like 5-star. It's just of a good standard. Actually, I tell you what, I better put myself into neutral, haven't I, before we get things too complicated. Have we got anything coming in over the viaduct? Yes, we have. I think I'm right in saying that building there is actually a travel lodge. So, you know, it might not be brilliant, but it does have good views overlooking the viaduct. And there's a Holiday Inn as well that's overlooking the station, which I think is that building there. That's the Holiday Inn. Got any passengers as well that'll get on and off here? Oh yeah, that works okay. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, agreed. Yeah, like that. You don't get the view over Lake Coniston, but you'll get a huge clean bed with a Hypnos mattress and a good breakfast. Yeah, absolutely. Where is that 323 now? I've forgotten. So that's due off now. He's got the road, does he? Yeah. Yeah. Here we go. So I think it should be us next then now. 08:14:30. It's been a long wait actually, but quite good when you have these little stops and you can actually see loads of trains coming in and out. I'm not sure actually. I don't know. No reason why not, I don't think, because I've got them installed. Actually, that's something I haven't had a chance to do this afternoon, but I must definitely get up to date with your reskins, because I love the sound of the 86 and the mail train livery. That'd be a really nice one to do. And actually, that would make for a really cracking formation, that, if you got the red Royal Mail Mark 1s in behind as well. Oh yeah, I knew I'd do it. Every time I put it into neutral, of course, the first thing I do is forget to put it into forward. A bit carried away with the acceleration there. Now we can go up to 90 though anyway. Ah, right, have we got that problem again? Yeah, that's interesting. It seems to be in the dense locations. Because this is what's happened before. It's happened over the last couple of weeks. So it's not showing any frame drops, and it's fine in terms of running it, but that's a bit of a nuisance, that. Let me just try something on the hoof, as it were, settings wise. Where are we? Yeah, we've had a bit of a problem with frame rates over the last couple of weeks, and I say the game's running all right. It's just something to do with getting the connection just right. So I'm hoping that's better. Give us a shout if it's improved. Right. And is it still going laggy? Is it? I mean, it's one of those funny things where I can't really tell until I replay it afterwards. But for some reason, some weird reason, it was only going on at like really busy stations. So, like coming into Crewe last week, but coming into London Euston. Yeah, do you reckon that's something that's recent, is it then, Pete? Because I've never had a problem before. Very weird. I think it's going to be a really tough match, Southwestern. I mean, they've got such an amazing record there. So I want to be optimistic, but I'll probably be pessimistically optimistic. So it's kind of like, well, if we don't win it and we lose, then you know, you kind of think, well, the better teams won, so no massive complaints with that. But I just hope we give them a game. I mean, it's going to be really difficult at that altitude as well, and Mexico are used to it. We aren't. Well, let's hope. Let's really hope for an England win. Everybody apart from Pete will be cheering on England. Yeah, it's very strange. It's one of those weird things where I just don't know if it's something I've done. And the problem is with OBS Studio is you can adjust things. You try out. There's a million and one things where people suggest that different settings, but there's no problem with the game. I mean, it's slightly slow, but it's not. It's you know, it's running. It's not that laggy in real life on the game. Our girls aren't used to the thin air altitude. Yeah, well, that's true.
We are now approaching Manchester Piccadilly, where this train terminates. Please take all your belongings with you. Please mind the gap between the train and the platform, and take care when stepping down from the train. On behalf of the on-train crew, thank you for travelling with Cross Country. We wish you a safe and pleasant onward journey.
That's annoying because I was at 15 before the 15 mile an hour marker came up, and yet it told me off for speeding. So there's something not quite right there with the way they've put the 15 in. I mean, it's got a bit stuttery coming in here, and I've had a bit of a mixed fortunes with Manchester Piccadilly over time, so it seems to depend on particular service. 1080, Pete. I actually haven't got a 4K tally, so it's 1080. I haven't got the ability to do 4K anyway, and I think besides with this old PC, it wouldn't go at 4K. Yeah, it'd be interesting to know if there is some recent issues with YouTube, or if, you know, if something has changed. It's very difficult because everybody's setup is just totally different. So you know, sometimes you can get somebody complaining about a certain issue, but it's just totally and utterly down to their own setup. And sometimes I think the more I mess around with OBS Studio, then it's like the worst it could be. stuck me out there now, aren't I? I need to get down. Oh, right, okay, we've run out anyway. Yeah, so I mean, I suppose the thing is, Southwestern, is that the game though, rather than streaming though. I'm guessing. I say I've got some problems with the game, but not massive problems. It's mainly the YouTubing really. Um, so I mean, I've just turned down the bit rate. I mean, it's now suggested I turn it up, saying it's not that high enough. So it's kind of, I don't know what to do on that. Just checking everything else. Output. Yeah, I think there's some things I can't change whilst we're actually live, as it were. Just trying to remember what was the other one I was changing. Appearance, stream, output. Okay. We'll see how that goes. I'll keep messing with it. Right, here we go then. So, Dom is in first with his score at 4172. Yeah, I think that's the problem, Mace Tase. It's like whatever I do to try and limit one thing, as you say, it's sorting something else out. I can't imagine who you mean, Scooby. All right. Well, it was a close run thing, though, Brian. 4110. So Dom is the champion. Yeah, wouldn't surprise me at that, Pete. To be honest. Yeah. Very good. Very good, Amaze Tase. Absolutely genuinely, of course. Right, so the question then now is, because obviously it's now Champions Run, so I know that's not giving you much time to think about this, Dom, but it's up to you. I mean, if you kind of you need a bit more time to think, let us know. But otherwise, we could crack on with the other one that I've got planned on the Bakerloo line. I'll let you decide on that. Yeah, you could be right on that, Pete. Difficult to get any sort of information with these things, and it's just that I don't know. I think there's something weird going on in the background with my PC sometimes, but there's some things that just don't work as much as they used to. All right, excellent job. Well, there you go. What's a football themed scenario that is? East Coast Way scenario. It's coming home. Yeah, Scooby, that's it. I said, you did say yesterday we haven't done one in ages. We said, didn't we? So, yeah, we have got our final run. Although I'm saying final run, we might, at the rate we're going, have time for a bit more yet, but we'll see. But yeah, we've got an Elephant Castle to Queen's Park, 223-6 coming up. Yeah, absolutely. I like that. It's coming home. It does make me laugh though when whenever England have played, you know, we've had one decent performance in the World Cup or European Championships, and you'll get they'll interview 4 people, and you'll get a little couple of lines from each one, and one of them will say, "It's coming home." But yeah, good choice, Dom. And also, East Coast Way as well. When was the last time we did East Coast Way? Since the remaster, it's quite a while. Yeah, I'm sure, Scoob, your score will be faster on that because you were really good in terms of the braking coming into the platforms. It's not coming home, says Pete. It's going to France again. Don't blame it. Civilized place. Wasn't there civilized of matches actually last night between France and Paraguay? All sorts of shenanigans going on. What's that, a shout out for Scotland, Brian? Very good. I like it. East Coast Way. Scenarios. And it's coming home. I'm not going to start singing. It's a 313 as well. So take over an extremely late running service on its return to Brighton before stabling the train at Lubbers Wart Depot. So you need, so what's that? We've got, for a bronze, you need 2,000 points. Silver is 3,000 and gold is 5,000. Yeah, I mean, you don't want to be too cliche, but I don't know what it is about these South American teams, you know, the likes of Paraguay, Uruguay, and Colombia, but they always, when push comes to shove, they resort to tactics like that. Right, okay, Scooby, talking with your manager this morning. Oh, 1 minute.
Southern service from Lewis. This train will terminate here.
Welcome to Lewis. The next service will pick up football fans after the game before calling all stops to Brighton. Marvellous. Yeah, yappy with manager this morning about yesterday. Didn't know that Underground have so much more control over lines where they share the track with Network Rail. Interesting. Follow the markers to platform 5 and wait for the train. I haven't got a clue what platform we're on at the moment, but I'm taking it's over the bridge. I think it's this side, isn't it? 22:30. It can't be there. What platform are we on? Are we on the... This it. This has got to be it, isn't it? I love the livery on this. I think those... Yeah, platform 5, that's it. Ah, right, okay. I remember watching a video once on YouTube a little bit about that, where I hope I follow me markers. Have I? Yeah, we're all right. But yeah, I remember something about that. Oh, I've just decapitated myself. I better get some lights on in the cab for the minute. Better remember to switch them off. I think it was one. It might even have been one of those the tube things that they used to have on ITV. What have we got? Yeah, we need yeah, headlights and marker lights. That's good. Yeah, it was. I can't remember which station it was, but there was a particular point where they were testing out. There was like something like a 10-mile-an-hour speed restriction, and they were kind of making sure that drivers and those that had obviously got above the speeding were, you know, sort of told off. Tea and biscuits with the manager and all that. Where's the front of the damn thing? Better get going, otherwise these football fans are going to be late. So Falmer, that's where the Amex Stadium is, isn't it? Yeah, you kind of, you know, you think of speeding in a... Oh, wait a minute, hang on. You think of speeding in a car, but you don't necessarily think of it on... Right, are they really? Yeah, they added it in. I mean, when we do the... okay, we're not going to see very much on the Bakerloo line train because we've only got the bit to Queen's Park, but they certainly, as long as you use the West Coast Main Line South 72 stop, you actually do get it then. So this really is the dead of night. Sounds are pretty good on this as well. I can't remember if this is again, I think it might be a mod I've got installed, which again makes a difference. I know certainly the horn is different than the default one. Oh, there's a bit of freight going on as well. Which I absolutely love. I love that horn sound. I think that's the best horn sound we've got in the game. Yeah, it's sort of like a nighttime thing. You really want to see those sparks because they're such a distinctive part of the railway. What was that, Andy? Coming into Paddington from Royal Oak was the buy featured? Oh, I see. Yeah, got you. Radar gun at Paddington. Right, okay. Yeah. Right, yeah, I've got you. Yeah. We're talking about the same thing. Yeah. That's where it was it Paddington? Yeah. Yes, got you. Yeah, it was a lovely little series, that. I remember there was particular episode where you had one train who was one driver who was retiring, and then you had another one who was just starting out, and they passed the test, and you saw them going out and taking a train out on the tracks for the first time. I remember the instructor saying, he says, when you start doing it, the only thing you're going to be sad about is that your driving's come to an end. You're just never going to want to leave the cab. Yeah, it could be Scooby, yeah. Tell me what, we'll do it for the outside. Probably get told off from sounding me horn this late at night, but it really is good. Now, the one thing we have got to be careful of here, particularly seen as though we're running the train that's picking up the football fans, is to make sure we do actually stop at Felden, because if we don't, then we are going to be in trouble. Now, there should be absolutely hundreds of passengers waiting on the platform, you would hope. Yeah, I think it's the mod. I can't remember who did it now. Again, I don't know if it's one of those itchy ones again, but absolutely brilliant. And lots of these things just transform the way it sounds. So I'm hoping we don't get stuttering coming into Brighton. It'll be interesting to compare, really.
We are now approaching Falmouth.
And I wonder how many people who don't know this area would say, oh, this is Farmer. What I love about the night time as well, you're coming into the platform and you suddenly see, you know, in the midst of darkness, you suddenly see lights at the station. Yeah, it kind of spoils the illusion slightly, because we've got about 5 or 6 people waiting for it.
This is Falmouth. This train is the southern service to Brighton. The next station is Moulscombe.
Yeah, it'd be nonsense really, wouldn't it? A 3-car on a football special. Surely they would have made sure that it was a 6-car train. So we'll see. I don't know whether the Amex is normally lit up in the game at night time. I think have they switched the lights off inside the stadium? No, I think they're still on. Yeah, excellent, King. Yeah, it's and again, I don't do loads and loads of nighttime views, because you know, essentially, apart from at the stations, you don't see a lot. But it's quite nice to do, though, and it's interesting to see, particularly with these remastered ones, the way they've kind of flashed out the sounds and made them a bit better. Hope we get a slightly better camera 8 view with Train Sim World 7. Got something coming in. We have 377. Get a good view of the livery now.
London Road and Brighton.
Well, that answers my question there. Much I think
The
all
next station is Moulsecoomb.
I think all the Lewis to Brighton ones are pretty much all stations, aren't they? I think. There are some of these routes and add-ons and stuff that has come out this year that I just forget about. You know, it's almost I forget that I've got them and that they're all still playable. And you know, there's a million and one things that I haven't tried out. And I think, you know, like we said before, I think these scenarios are just add a little bit of something a bit different. But it would have been a perfect chance, actually, because this is a scenario and not a timetable run. It would have been a perfect chance to have strengthened this to 6 cars, surely. Clearly, I'm running a bit late. I should be about a minute behind, but, you know, we've had a few bits of looks around at places like at Falmer then, maybe, so... I'll excuse myself anyway for running late. Well, I can't see the track ahead. I don't know if that's showing up on the stream particularly well.
We are now approaching Moulsecoomb.
There you go, that's a bit better. My problem is I always just slam on the brakes and, you know, sometimes you just got to do it a bit more... less aggressively. I'll do.
This is Moulsecoomb. This train is the southern service to Brighton.
Yes,
The next
indeed,
station
Scoob.
is London Road.
I mean, the thing is, you know, in the normal sense, I suppose a lot of these stations, it would be really, really quiet this time of the night. I forget where it was on this route, but there was a particular station where I think it's one of like the least used stations in the country, and it was absolutely rammed with passengers at one point.
Brighton, calling at London Road and Brighton.
It's a bit of a mystery why there would be still people left on the
The
platform.
next station is London Road.
Yeah, you certainly can't say they're lacking in power, sort of acceleration-wise, can you? It's as you say, it's they certainly take off. I remember when it first came out for Train Sim Classic, and
We are now approaching London Road.
I think because of the system they use, it took me a bit of getting the hang of. Slightly quirky. That's the word I was looking for. Yeah, I couldn't remember. I couldn't for the life of me remember. But yeah, that's exactly it. Yeah, the fact that they're camshaft driven. And you kind of feel that when you apply power. It's just not quite like anything else that you'd ever drive.
This is London Road. This train is the Southern service to Brighton. The next station is Brighton.
Yeah, absolutely. It's brilliant to see as well. We went to the carriage of the first. Was it? Do you know? I've forgotten now. What we went on. Was it the Victoria line carriage or the Bakerloo line one where it was the, or was it the? Do you know? I've forgotten now. Which was the one that the Queen had been in, and that was why they'd preserved it because she was in the first train when they opened it. Dead of night now at London Road. And of course, the last time I came into Brighton on the East Coast Way, I spadded coming in. So we'll see if we can get it right this time. Yeah, Victoria. Of course it was. Yeah, of course it was the Victoria line, wasn't it? But that was amazing. That was.
Welcome aboard the Southern service to Brighton, calling at Brighton only. The next station is Brighton.
No, they don't get caught out by this damn
We are
thing
now
again.
approaching Brighton.
No, we're all right. Was that signal there, wasn't it? So I think when we come to the end, we're not quite done, are we, with the journey? We've got to take it back to the depot. Ah, right, that's interesting, Andy. Yeah, used to say that the SEP and vet drivers on South Central used to get better performance out of the 442s than newer drivers, so they knew better how the camshaft controls worked. Yeah, it makes a lot of sense there. And you know, if you've had years and years of experience of driving the things, then you would really know what to do. So again, you would imagine if this really was the football train, that there would be a lot of people getting off here.
This is Brighton, where this train terminates.
Train is done for the night. We'll move it into Lovers Walk Depot for overnight storage. So do we actually, do we take it? Yeah, we do indeed. So first of all then, into full service. Set the headlights to tail lights. I think I can manage that. So put those off first. And then, are they on there? Yeah, they are, yeah. There we go. Set the reverser to off. Yeah, I think we've... oh, no, I see, yeah, reverser. There we go. Remove the master key. And then change ends. I do love all this manoeuvring about. I think it's great. Hello, sir. You should be leaving the train here. The train is going off to the depot now. We should have walked through the train, shouldn't we? I'll tell you what, let's tell them. Yep, the train is going to the depot now. This is the last train, sir. You need to leave the train. There's another few here as well. Oh, heck. I don't think they're going to go, are they? Master key. Oh, it's there, isn't it? Headlights to headlights. Reverser to forward. Never tells you to put the AWS on, does it? Ladies and gentlemen, this is your driver speaking. This train was terminated at Brighton, so we'd be grateful if you would please now leave the train, because we are ready to leave and we're off to the depot. This is our very last station at Brighton. I'll tell you what, they're a stubborn lot, aren't they? They're just not getting off. All right, and Amaze Tase has come in with a score of 3052. Cheers, mate. Right, so... yeah, I think we might need to do Scooby. I mean, it's just not on, is it? I mean, what more can you do? Short of going along and manhandling them off the train. Andy is... I've dropped my pen now. Heck. Right, I hope this pen works. Andy is... crikey, there's a bit of a difference there. Is there something to do with safety systems going on there? Right, we have got the calling on signal there, so we're all right. Oh, I see. Oh, got you. Yeah, yeah. I see what you're saying. Yeah. Oh, very good. Yeah, the Queen's carriage number. Yeah, yeah, on the Victoria line. But yeah, class that was. Oh, that's brilliant, that is. I was thinking, how on earth could you be that much adrift of the overall score? It's like massively different. So, you know, we're going to be having to call in the VAR for reviews on that. That was kind of the thing that amazed me, to be honest. That I kind of didn't realise that. I mean, I knew there was a massive collection at Acton, but I kind of just assumed it was like all the stuff that we haven't got at the at Covent Garden at the Transport Museum. I sort of thought they're just filling it in. I didn't realise it was going to be so organised and so controlled. Yeah, you'll probably find I'll get 3,502. Yeah, it'd be nice if they could have the whole set. I wonder what happened to the whole set. We didn't ask that, I don't think, did we? I wonder if there's any footage on YouTube knocking about of the Queen opening the new trains on the Victoria line. I remember when the Elizabeth line opened, there was a lot of talk because she was very ill at that stage. It was the last few months that she lived, and the thought was that she might not be able to do the official opening, and she did make it for the official opening, and they handed her an Oyster card to tap the machine, but I think she wasn't really well enough to travel on the train. Yeah, yeah, makes sense. But yeah, great little scenario this, Dom. Thanks for picking it as ever. Always great to see the variety. We always get something totally and utterly different every week with these Champions runs, which is what it's all about. Yeah, I bet that's a special collection as well. Yeah, it was just a shame that she wasn't well enough to ride on it, but you know, fair dues that she actually made the effort to actually do the opening. Right, so we need full service. There we go. Headlights to tail lights. You wouldn't think this would matter really, would you? And the reverser to off. Oh, and master key. Funnily enough, we were talking about that yesterday, and probably not really, not for live stream, not unless anything really special came, something really special came up. I could do like a separate one-off stream, I think. Oh heck, we've got to do some more stuff yet. I'll see what I'm doing here. What's that thing, is it? No. There we go. Ah, good evening, Azza. Oh, no worries at all. Yeah, no worries at all. Hello, they're still there. Ring British Transport Police. Come on, get them off. You know, no bed to go to. You're going to be there all night, mate. We're going to be locking the train up soon. You won't be happy then. All right, yeah, that's interesting, Andy. Good thought. Yeah, if they haven't got the other three carriages, you could use some ex-Bakerloo stock to create a full Victoria Line train, as the sub-1972 Mark I stocks were used to make some additional Victoria Line trains in the early 90s. But Scooby says he's not sure it would work together. Right, so Dom is 7899. Right, you think it would mess up the ATO? Yikes. Now let's see what I'm doing. Right, okay. So that's why we've got to put the tail lights on, because we've still got a little bit more work to do yet. Right, yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it? Yeah, Bakerloo's fully manual, and still is to this day, isn't it? But maybe there is a way around it. Very interested to hear them say they're planning on. It was the Q stock, wasn't it? That they're working on. They're hoping to have in working order next year. Release. Wait a minute. Right, Brian is 7274. Cheers, Brian. Hope you enjoyed that. It was a really good, fun run. And Amaze Tase is 7900. Wow, there you go. You've got 1 point better than Dom. That's remarkable. I'm going to keep the lights on. Probably not very what you should be doing. It's kind of great fun though, this kind of ferreting about in the yard, and you come in one end and then you have to go back in and reverse around a bit, and it's just doing things that again you just wouldn't see normally. So if we can get to the 5 mile an hour mark, can we actually see the 5 mile an hour marker before we get there? Doesn't look like it, or is it just at the entrance to the shed, I suppose? I like the fact we're going right into the shed. Yeah, and imagine it must be amazing to see. Actually, again, I can't remember. It was one of those. Was it there was something about the East Coast Main Line, wasn't there? There was some sort of, I can't remember if it's Channel 5 or might have been Channel 5. They did, most of it was absolute tosh, really, because it was, tonight there was we spent Saturday night on Leeds Station, and you got to see all the drunk people coming in and out of the station and stuff, but there was one week where I think they did do Hornsey Depot, or it might have been Bounds Green. It was either Bounds Green or Hornsey, and you saw them carrying out the maintenance and all the stuff that was going in. I think probably Bounds Green, wasn't it? Because I think they had I don't know if it was a HST set now or a 91 set coming in, but it was fantastic to see. Am I in the wrong? Where am I now? Let's have a look at this. Yes, Bounce Green. Yeah. I think I might be in the wrong track here. Oh no, I'm not. Is it just the fact that I'm just not? I've either gone too far forward or not far enough. It's one or the other. I've gone too far, have I? Ah, right, okay. Too busy gabbling as always. Trial and error this is, isn't it? If I get top score for this, it'll be ludicrous. How far? Because we're only just in there, aren't we? I probably broke it completely now. Yeah, there's kind of no way now, I think, of resetting the that marker. We passed the naught yard, the naught yard marker. Ah, it's happy now. There we go. Good work, it says. That is all the tasks assigned to you this evening. Let's see how you got on. Yeah, I was thinking there. I thought I was going to completely mess it up. So anyway, we've got there in the end, just about. No, we're fine. So 6747 for me. So I think have we got? Is it us four? I think that makes it Amaze Tase by 1 point is the champion. But very good, very well played, all of you, and yeah, really enjoyed that. So we kind of shortish runs, to be honest. So we'll certainly do the Bakerloo line next. So it's just about half time, I think. So I'll time to get that coffee going. And I'll ask as well: was there any stuttering there? Was that okay? All right, okay, yeah. Okay. Didn't spot that yet. Okay. I've got that wrong then. I got Dom down as 7899, but yes. I didn't write down Andy's score. Didn't see that. Marvellous. Well done, Andy. Well played. So yeah, Andy 7902. So you were the champion. Well done. Well played. So yeah. So I reckon by all accounts then. So Andy was 7902. Amaze Tase was 7900. Dom was 7899, so 3 points separated the two of you then. Brian was 7274 and I was 6747 with all that manoeuvring about. But yeah, that was brilliant. Yeah, really, really good. Okay, back in a second. Ah, okay, yeah, right. It was actually there is a button on the side of it, so I must have, as I took the headset off, I must have actually muted it. And there we go. So yeah, so there was another reason why you couldn't hear it. Right. Now it should be okay. So yes, we're on so 223-6, and we're doing the 073038. So I was talking a little bit of claptrap then, really, but never mind. Right, let's do that so we can open the windows. Yep, sorted now. I always forget to switch the lights on this thing. Ages since I've driven this. We're due off at 0740. Right, you might do this one later, Southwest, and yeah, great. Yeah. It's ages. I mean, it's partly with being on the underground yesterday and sort of having a look around at some of these older tube stop, but it's really good to do and experience. And I think Scooby was saying he'd like to see a remaster of the Bakerloo line. Yeah, I find it quite quite tough. It's again, it's all about practice, isn't it? Practice makes perfect. I do like driving them. The trouble is, though, if they did a remaster, it wouldn't be any good just sort of putting the new lighting in and stuff like that. It's all the stuff that when you get to Queen's Park. Good evening, Chris. Hope you're well. No, I generally can't, and particularly seeing as though I'm so out of practice. Oh, very much so. And of course, the real drivers, just total experts at it as well. And you've got to be to the second, haven't you? Yeah, it was quite hot on it yesterday and today, I have to say. That's the thing, I mean, if you drive it hoodless, you might just about see a white blob, but you're never going to be able to know what it is. You just got to know it from memory, haven't you? I mean, I'm already late, without doubt, into Lambeth North. I love the sounds of it cranking up as well. And again, the sound mod that came out for this was absolutely superb. Yeah, you do get some yellows on occasions if you've ever had one just in front of you. Sometimes you get a yellow. I absolutely love it as well, and when you go the other way, and if you get one, you coming into Elephant and Castle, and you actually get howled waiting for the platform to clear. I've had that happen a few times. That was since they released the sort of the 2021 timetable. I'm pretty sure Dovetail Games took down there was a YouTube video at one point with a real tube driver, a real Bakerloo line driver on there, and she was amazingly great expertise. You know, she was talking about every signal, say, right, we're now approaching signal blah blah blah, and she would roll it off the tongue. Yeah, I think, I mean, the front doors, the middle doors don't open, but I think there is again, I think pretty sure there is a PC mod where you can actually, you can actually do it. This is what I love with the sounds. It's really is good, loud, flange sound. Yeah, that is one thing I'm pretty decent on, to be honest, Chris. That's that thing there. Yeah, as you say, if you don't have that cut, and there's absolutely no reason really to. Probably in reality, you probably would never drive it with the window open. But I don't know, maybe in these hot conditions you would. But I think it's just nice to hear the extra sounds. Yeah, as we were saying a bit earlier, I mean, you saw that clearly there, 25. The Elizabeth line's lovely, isn't it, with the aircon? I think we're definitely going to have time for a bonus run at the very least. So just perhaps between you, just have a think. Let me know what you would like to see for the next run. I don't know whether you want to, you know, something else London orientated with a bit of overground, or maybe a bit of freight. We haven't done any freight tonight. Yeah, I'm really out of practice on this. It's just kind of anticipating, isn't it? Whatever you want to do, you just have to brake a few seconds earlier than you might think. They are set. I've got a feeling they adjusted that slightly. I mean, if that's off, obviously, that's on. You've only got on and off. There's only 2 settings. But I think they've probably made it a bit brighter in the game than you would do. You'd see them in real life. I think I've got that mod with the tunnel as well, where it kind of covers up the groove slightly anyway, because I think the Bakerloo line wouldn't be like that in real life. Although, you know, it's old, it's not got ton for lighting, but I do love the lighting within the stations as well, and somehow they've managed to capture it fairly authentically, and it's not super clean as well. Yeah, I am, Chris. Yeah, it is PC. So I mean, the sounds that. The sounds originally were not great. I think they were. Somebody said I think they came from the 455. I think, which is probably what they use for Train Sim Classic. So this has a lot better sounds, and I hope that that's coming across reasonably well too. Certainly sounds, through the headset anyway, it sounds really clear, and so it made a lot of effort. There's like, I can't remember how many track joint sounds there are, but there's a massive variety, and you really do get the feel, because these trains in real life, if you're on the Bakerloo line, are incredibly noisy. There we go, got a bit of flash there. You saw the sparks coming into being, which is a nice little feature, again missing from the original Bakerloo line release. The problem for me is, if they did a remaster, I could never probably seriously drive it beyond Queen's Park though, because unless they redid all the catenary, it just wouldn't be right without all the traffic on the West Coast Main Line. I mean, that's where, you know, if we've got a really good route hopping facility, you could go straight from one to the other. Yeah, definitely worth it. Yeah, definitely worth it. Completely transforms it. I mean, I think DTG were fairly upfront about it. I think they used COVID as a bit of an excuse at the time, but they basically said they weren't able to get the real sound recordings, and again the jury's out why on earth they've never done it since, because they've had the time, but they kind of said, oh, we've done a work using existing sounds that we've got, and we think it sounds pretty decent, but reality is nothing like the real trains. See, I'm already probably a couple of minutes behind, all told, by the time we get to Oxford Circus. There you go, a bit of a flash. The sparks came up quite clearly then. That was nice to see. I think you can make out as well as a train coming in the other platform. All right, fantastic. Yeah, Chris, I'm sure I will be. Yeah, what sort of dog have you got? Regent's Park is next. Very up and down the speed limits, isn't it? You've got 1 minute it's 20, then it's 30, and it's certainly not anywhere near as fast as you get on the you're really getting over the speed limit there. Yes, indeed, Scooby, yeah. Yeah, the sparks there in the tunnels look really, really nice to see. I absolutely love how the detail they put in. I mean, there the tiling. I mean, we saw a book yesterday, the shop on tiles, but you know, Regent's Park. I remember seeing a photo of that, and it's absolutely beautifully done. And I think probably when my microphone was muted, but I just came back from making the coffee to the tennis, and in the women's competition, Naomi Osaka just beat the #1 seed, Arina Sabalenka, and Iga Swiatek lost yesterday, so shaping up quite nicely. We've got a Briton through to the second week as well, Arthur Ferry, so it's shaping up nicely. I haven't watched a massive amount of Wimbledon this week. I normally do. Normally watch a lot more than I do. Than I have done this year. course, Baker Street, the highlight of the game, really. Good evening, Bailey boy. Hope you're well. Incidentally, if 1971 is your date of birth or your year of birth, then you're not dissimilar to me. Yeah, hope you're well. So what do you reckon, what do you think we're going to get in the roadmap then this coming week? I mean, it's obviously building a little bit more quietly. There's not too much to come out between now and TSW6. Ah, fantastic. Yeah, there you go. You're just slightly older than me. Yeah, I'm great, thanks. Yeah, enjoying as always playing the game. Well, it's in two stages because I think it's actually announced on Wednesday and then the stream on it's Friday. Yeah, absolutely. You were saying yesterday, weren't you? You thought the two was going to be linked together. I'd be absolutely delighted with that because, you know, that would be a number one thing, or be one of the early things to do. You know, I'd really look forward to doing a full run from Richmond through to Stratford, and then secondly, being able to do a class 70 on there as well would be absolutely top notch. So let's hope so. There you go, Great Central, of course, the old Great Central Railway at Marylebone. And we've already heard some exclusive sounds. It was Train Sim Society with the that video that he did. So, you know, we got a little sneak preview that they put some good effort into the sounds, hopefully. Yeah, absolutely, yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's going to be then, you know, you're going to think, oh, I wish we could just go a little bit further on through to Hammersmith or something. But yeah, at least we can do that few minutes. You'll go from Richmond through to Kew Gardens and then Gunnersbury. So yeah, that would be quite nice as well. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you can't help thinking that that's pretty well advanced. Yeah, definitely right, Bailey boy. Yeah, it's I think there might still be some bugs with it. I found one on Crewe Preston. I mean, arguably, it's not supposed to run on Crewe Preston officially, but there seems to be some sort of issue with neutral sections. Yeah, I think it's kind of wind down, isn't it? We're going to get, if we get those two things, then that's potentially going to be it, isn't it? And then we're going to be leading up to TSW6 announcements, the Dovetail Direct and all the shenanigans that goes on with that. Yeah, definitely. I mean, it'd be, in some ways, it wouldn't be a bad thing if we got like a separate game that was totally kind of tube related. I'm sure there's enough interest. I mean, lots of people have a bit of an interest in the tube. You just about do the Piccadilly line with the old stock. Yeah, perhaps. Yeah, Unreal Engine 6 might be pushing it. That's the problem, though, isn't it? You know, they move into Unreal Engine 5. Potentially, they could be already behind the times. They're more or less going to shut down for the kind of the school holidays as well. And I don't know, maybe in reality they're doing a lot of work because they're preparing for the game, the final push. But I think it's going to be pretty quiet on the announcements front. I mean, I know I'm going to get, you know, still going to be amazingly excited when the stuff is announced, because I really do look forward to it, even though, you know, there's all the paraphernalia that's associated with it. It's still an exciting time. The North London line extension, I feel as though we've been teased that for so long now. I was a bad driver then because came in on the red and I never even checked the signal to make sure it had changed to green. I mean, I know all of you are not massively excited about the Thames Valley branches, but I shall definitely still buy it, and I'll still look forward to driving it. And some of the screenshots looked really nice. Yeah, it probably is, and I think it's partly because Johannes has worked on other stuff. So he did he helped out All Aboard Studios on Wolverhampton to Birmingham. Kind of said, look, you know, I'm an expert on building urban landscapes, so I'll sort things out for you there. And you know, I don't know whether he's been working on Thames Valley in the background as well. Yeah, I hope so. I think that's the number one thing. And as Scooby says, if you know, if that comes with the Class 70, and there kind of does seem to be a logical sense about that the two things coming together would be brilliant. And of course, we're all super excited as well because for the first time we're going to have absolutely authentic TfL announcements, and you know, hats off to them. I don't know who's led with that, but the fact that they've got the licensing approved for that is makes it so much better. And I think Scoob was saying that it'd be nice if we had some new sounds as well for the 378. And I know that when it comes out, everybody's going to be saying, right, that's been done. We now need it extended to, we need the Clapham Junction section putting in as well. But at least it's a start, and we'll have those full Richmond to Stratford runs, which I'm really looking forward to. Hope I'm not falling asleep by 1 o'clock this morning when this match kicks off. again, I've made this point a million times, but I loved the 313 video from video 125, and you know, that was back in the day when it used to go to North Woolwich, but I've kind of had a fascination with the North London line ever since. Yeah, that would be good. We've already got the first section, the first station, haven't we, on the North London line? It's kind of there. So it was, you know, it's kind of like, well, what's the point putting the station in if you're not going to bother doing the routes through? And would you have all the locations? Because you can go to, what can you go to? New Cross Gate, can't you? And Crystal Palace as well, I think. And again, if you compare, there's I think video 125's original London Underground East London line is on YouTube as well, which you can watch, and you can see how it was back in the days when it was really run down. Of course, now the modern thing with the modern Shoreditch station, you go across Shoreditch High Street, is quite a thing. West Croydon, that's what I was thinking of, yeah. I think some of them go to New Cross or New Cross Gate, don't they? There's a bit of a variety with the service patterns. Yeah, it's just with TradeSim Classic, it's quite frustrating. You've got a bit of it on the North London line. And then you've got a bit of it on that South London network, so you end up with most of the run, but not quite all of it. Right, got you, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I'm perhaps thinking of the, because of course the one that's on TradeSim Classic where they did the East London line is set in the Underground area. So I think some of those services start from, is it New? I can't remember which it starts from, either New Cross or New Cross Gate. And again, now that they've got the TfL announcements for the North London line, it would be good to kind of put that across, have them on Bakerloo line, have them on the Goblin line as well. But they probably won't do it, will they? They're not going to go back and do all that retrospectively. But whether again somebody does it as a mod remains to be seen. I suppose it depends what announcements are actually included within the mod. There we go, got one. The other way, one in the depot. Oh, I know, yeah. Yes, I know what you're saying, Pete, yeah. Yeah, I had a little bit of that yesterday. I love here how you've kind of got it at sort of up above there, and you've actually got one a bit lower down. Yeah, very much hope they do. I think it's, you know, it's a great step that they've got the license and push the boat out. Do what can be done. You reckon they will? Yeah. Well, again, this is a route that I think, and Amaze Tase has mentioned this before about the fact that sort of there's certain routes that Matt has lived near to and has used regularly that seem to just end up in the game, and that being one of them. So that would be brilliant. Have I closed the doors on this thing or what? No. Yes, absolutely. I love that. And also there, you could be accused into thinking they're on red, but that is that's like the tram line indicator, isn't it? Going down like that, so that tells you that you have access to the depot. Yeah, very much hope so. Very much hope so, and we'll hopefully know in the coming weeks if it definitely is. What era would also be a question, but any era would be quite nice, actually. I would take any era. I kind of hope it's, personally speaking, not everybody might agree, but I'd quite like an electrified era at least. Oh, I see what you mean, yeah. Right, okay, so that was the number in that case, was it there, rather than it being the, yeah, got you. Right, yeah, I see. I like the fact we've got those proper, I don't know if they were on there originally as well, were they, those markers at the end? How far behind were we in the end? We're only a couple of minutes late overall, I suppose. Yeah, I can't remember those being in there originally. I mean, those buffer stops don't look the best, but having those proper things on at the end is really good. Yeah, fantastic. Oh, tell you what. Talk about poor driving. I mean, it's too late now. I forgot to set the destination light. Might as well put it for Elephant and Castle ready now for going back. But yeah, that was a great deal of fun. Enjoyed that. So where are we doing now, time-wise? We are 7:45. So if you fancy another run, let me know what you would like. Perhaps I don't know whether I'm going to go through right till 9, but maybe, I don't know, half an hour, 45 minutes. Well, we've done a 313 on East Coastway, though, Bailey boy. You know, if you want to look back on it, it's on there, but it'd be nice to get something different. Right, so Scooby says East Coast Main Line. Amaze Tase says 378. Well, Scooby would quite like that, I think. Oh, there we go. Well, we've got 2 votes for 378 now, so that's looking quite favourable. So it's going to be a Watford Junction to Euston. Perhaps do Euston to Watford Junction then this time. Bailey Boy says 378 as well. Pete says, oh, after that journey I need a shower. Fair enough. So I think it also gives us a chance to do a run on Josh's OTS timetable as well. With a bit of luck, hopefully, fingers crossed, we might have a new Josh OTS timetable to look forward to in the next few weeks. Kind of carries on with the theme of, you know, there we just did the Bakerloo and sort of doing a London orientated route as well. Plus it's about right, isn't it? It's about 45 minutes Euston to Watford Junction. Our OTS West Coast, I can't believe this has been out for a you know, sort of a year and 3 months, I think it is now. I don't know what livery to do it in now. So we do it in the Pride livery. That looks quite quite a colourful one. Let's go for right in the heart of the daytime rather than it being rush hour necessarily, because it's always busy on the West Coast Main Line. Yeah, there's a few bits and bobs left. I think the sale's still on for a few more days, isn't there? But I don't know. I'll have to have a check whether there's anything I'm really after. Yeah, it's brilliant, isn't it, Pete? Absolutely brilliant, and just such a variety. I mean, we only really scratched the surface with it over the last couple of weeks, but absolutely loving doing the coal workings. But there's loads and loads of freight. It's not just about passenger. I haven't been down the Earlstown branch either yet, and featuring Newton Le Willows. Yeah, 9th of July, so that's only the next few days, isn't it? So, what is it today? It's the 5th, isn't it, today? So we mustn't forget to change our power over. Oh, I recognise those colours from yesterday. Yeah, there's loads of German stuff. I don't think I even know. I've got to the point where I don't even really know what I have and I haven't got. Right, so we must make sure that we're in DC mode. long since I've done it. I've virtually forgotten how you do it now. It's up here, isn't it, thinking about it. So it should be pan down and shoes down. Yeah, now you're really talking. Yeah, 304 and a 310. That would be really would be in my up my street. I'll tell you what. Look at that, Mayor of London. Right, we're going to do my usual thing. We're going to be on the roof. Well, we've changed the power. I've got a feeling it comes up with a bit of a erroneous message, doesn't it? No idea whether I've driven with this livery on or not before. Yeah, well, we'll pretend otherwise on that, but the livery's stunning though. Ignore the Mayor of London bit, but the actual colour schemes are wonderful. Love it. Absolutely love it. I think basically I think it gets confused because of the fact that we've got overhead and we've got third rail at the same time, so it's kind of naturally saying you need to stick your pantograph up. I'm hoping this doesn't lag in terms of the stream. It's certainly working okay for me driving it, but be a bit annoying if it's lagging. I mean, there's one or two variations that you could put in there about the Mayor of London. There's no definite obvious answer on that one. Oh crikey! Yeah, you see, I pressed the down button there. There we are. Yeah, we're okay now, I think. Yeah, well, I think we could have got into some major trouble if we'd left the pantograph up. I mean, that would have been more than tea and biscuits with the manager. Oh, that's a nice story, Pete. What was his name? I mean, what I mean is obviously not nice that he died, but nice that they actually named it after him. Well, I do. I think that's the thing. You know, I'm so. I mean, I would maybe. I might be pushing it a bit, but I would say, can I have coffee and biscuits, please? Because I'm not a great fan of tea. In which case, you know, I might. There might be some sort of proverbial kick at the rear end. Ah, right, okay. So, what was the story behind it being named after him? I know, that's the thing, isn't it? My personal favourite of beer, I'd say, look, can we make sure we have custard creams or oh, I'm forgetting all about these speed limits. Custard creams would go very nice. Cracky, you can tell I'm out of practice on this. Although some might say this is kind of usual standard of driving. Oh yes, yes, multi-milk. Yeah. Oh, I'd forgotten about that. Have you ever had? I mean, this is trouble is usually when we pass the McVitie's factory, we start off on biscuits. But have you ever had chocolate multi-milk? Oh, they are absolutely beautiful. Yeah, you can just imagine the manager, can't you? You never mind about those coffee and biscuits. Set you down, and we're going to talk to you seriously. Because the next time, there won't be a next time. You're out. Again, it's one of those things. I'd love to know where the expression comes from as well, you know, because it just sounds so convivial. Ah, okay. It was the original. Tell you what, let me get me stop in at Southampton. He was the original guitarist in Dr. Feelgood, incredibly influential from Canvey Island, Southend, ended up as the mute executioner in Game of Thrones. Wow. I thought they'd fixed passengers on West Coast Main Line South. And then you come to Southampton and there's absolutely nobody here. We've got some people sitting on the train. I mean, what's the point in kind of making the announcement that we've like fixed people a little bit at London Euston, and then not bothering to go through the whole route and make sure it's right on all the stations? That's a livery and a half, isn't it? Yes, indeed, yeah. And I mean, I think it's one of those strange things. I mean, I think it was very much something that Johannes made a point of doing on the North London line, and you got to see at various locations. I mean, there is an argument to say it hammers to a certain extent the performance, and half the time you forget that they're there, but it's quite nice to see, particularly when it's passing overhead. I mean, the ones that are sort of underneath, I might never notice. Yeah, that could be true. That could be true, Amaze Tase, yeah. Oh, no, not him. No, no. Tell you what, when's the next one? When is the next one? I like that as well, the graffiti there. Wizard. I mean, there is a possibility when we get to Willesden Junction, we might see a train up overhead. Yeah, I wouldn't blame him personally. I mean, the one thing I do love about driving these sort of services, you really can look around and you can kind of see. I mean, you know, you're whistling through on the Pendolino, and you kind of take the scenery for granted, but it's nice to see. And you know, this is Queen's Park. There is, I mean, on Bakerloo Line, you can take a train out from that little back depot there that you see on the right. Yeah, that is true, actually. Again, it's kind of looking a bit like what's going on there. You can just hear the sound of the Bakerloo Line train there. Yeah, there's like a couple, isn't there, that they park overnight. There you go, that's got Harrow and Wealdstone on the front, and that's Alphington Castle. Then those sheds there, both occupied. Right, but we are going off before all that, I think. Oh yes, the chap up there, yeah. Yeah, I think that's, I think I forgot where it is now. I think this was on the mods that Forks and his lot put in there. Oh, you've got somebody up there as well. Looking across with some sort of interest. Yeah, there he is, yeah. All right, didn't see that actually. What's going on now? Hang on, have we shut the doors the wrong side? Yeah, we're all right. Yeah, that's what makes it so good, though. There's such a variety, and you've got all sorts of you've got the flying banana trains, you've got the rail tour stuff as well going on. There's even a rail tour one, I think, that starts at Primrose Hill. That's kind of come off the North London line. You see just stuff hurtling through all the time. Yeah, we've had various reasons why we needed the British Transport Police tonight, haven't we? But don't worry, if you give them a call, they'll come along and sort it. Say it's sorted and all that. Yeah, he kept on giving it a bit of a rub, didn't he? Right, help if I unlock the doors, wouldn't it? That's going to be one of those weird little cameras glitches we can't quite get out of there. Yeah, it's a bit naff, isn't it, that no image expected here. Why? We'll see if we can spy a train going over the North London line. Yeah, a bit different than real life, I suspect. You always get those, I've probably said before, but you get those signals coming at you there, and you think, oh, wait a minute, red, 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 and it's okay. Ah, right, okay. Yeah. There's probably a ton of mods. I mean, I've got a load installed, but sometimes you just don't notice, don't spot everything, don't keep track of everything, but there's some good. But hopefully, I think that's going to be one of the things that, all being well, will be improved anyway with the new version of the North London line. So because as well you were around Bailey Boy and the, you know, sort of in the 80s, and you remember British Rail Blue and all the... Well, what's your favourite train? Love this little bit here as well, where you've got this going on at the bridge there. So we'll have a quick look over here, see what's going on. Typically, there is nothing going on at the moment. Oh, west there is, yeah. That's a Clapham Junction service. We've got another overground going the other way as well. Ah, right, okay. Whereabouts was that on then? I mean, the Class 101s were absolutely everywhere, weren't they? So it was I think it was a really good choice of first gen DMU to do first, and then the 108 something a bit different. Yeah, do you mean, Scoop, that you think the AWS sound on this isn't very good? Ah, okay. Yeah, right. Gotcha. Ipswich to Lowestoft. Oh, that's interesting because, of course, we've got Lowestoft in Train Sim Classic, but we don't have Ipswich to Lowestoft, do you? Unless you're going via Norwich. I'm showing me ignorance slightly there with the line. Is there a kind of like a direct line? You wouldn't need to go all the way to Norwich and then trap back on yourself, would you? Actually, it's that stop car marker there, isn't it? I should be going towards. Yeah, that was back in the day when this is a period that Amaze Tase remembers as well. That the days before the Great Eastern Main Line was fully electrified, and you had the Ipswich and the Norwich trains were in the hands of things like 31s and 37s, weren't they? And 47s, I suppose, sometimes as well. They were. I mean, there were such workhorses, the 31s, but awful to look at. Yes, indeed, yeah. Yeah, and I think there's always been a bit of speculation that that we might at some point be getting Wherry lines. We saw somebody certainly creating it, and then he seemed to disappear off the forum. So there was always that feeling that that was going to come out officially at some point. Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Right, got you. Oh, I see what you mean. Because, of course, I was on about those three on the left. Yeah. I mean, to be honest with you, I was never in any doubt that they were mine. It's just that you get that little glimpse as you're going along and you see them in the background. You go, oh, wait a minute. And you just have that momentary panic. But hopefully your brain's telling you, well, actually, we've just gone through greens before. But as you say, you can look at your sunflower. I always think it's like a dartboard. Quite a big cab, this, isn't it, when you think about it? Yeah, I bet a lot of people don't massively miss being on them, though. Yeah, they're good fun. They are good fun to drive, and oh, I did have an observation when I passed by this building at Stonebridge Park this morning on the Pendolino. It is not. Oh, wait a minute. It might be right. I was going to say it's not totally square. No, that might be right, actually. I didn't realise it was modelled. I thought they just got it as flat. Well, we might say the M1's quiet on the game, but you can't say the same with the North Circular. That does look pretty busy. Or is it lagging again? Yeah. You see, it's these busy areas. That's a total mystery to me why that's happening. Let's have a look at. try bringing it down to 2,500 again. See if that makes any difference. Yes, indeed, yeah, but you know, not regularly, but certainly I can remember my trips to Wembley in the car for England matches and Stoke as well, for that matter. But going along on the A406, and you'd always get the massive queue coming back towards Hanger Lane Junction and then off down the M40. The one weird thing as well with since I've been using Starlink is previously I had to use previously I had to use McAfee VPN, and then now it doesn't work with that. I have to use NordVPN. Oh, I know, Dom, but I'm going to tell myself that win or lose, it's kind of it's going to be worth it, you know, even if we lose. Because people say that to me in the morning, oh, but you wish you'd never bothered now. And I shall say, no, I've still enjoyed it. It was still an experience, win or lose, but it obviously would be so much better if we win. And by the way, speaking of which, the quarterfinals are Thursday, I think Thursday through to early Sunday morning, so we should be all right for next Sunday. There is the question mark over the Wimbledon final being on Sunday, so I'll have to have a bit of a think, but I think we should be all right. Ah, welcome back, Chris. What sort of dogs have you got that you've taken for a walk, by the way? Or, well, I say dogs, dog. It's certainly going to be a late one. I mean, even with an 11 o'clock start, I'm still not going to be... the thing is, win or lose, there's going to be a bit of adrenaline after the match anyway, so I hope I can get to sleep all right. So we'll probably will give it a rest, though, after when we get to Watford Junction. So it'll be a little bit shorter stream, and then... give myself to kind of get myself ready. I know that's the thing, isn't it? I said yesterday, but you imagine the double whammy of there being a bit of thunderstorm in the area, so the game gets delayed by an hour, and then of course inevitably, then it'll go to extra time and penalties. So it could be a very, very late one. Yeah, I think Amaze Tase's got it right. They all knew I was driving. But I think in all honesty, it just shows that they've obviously done a little bit of work on fixing the passengers on West Coast Main Line South, but it's not been completely done. Ah, okay, Cocker Spaniel, yeah. Ah, lovely. Yeah, fair enough, Dom, yeah. Yeah, absolutely right, yeah. I don't care. I mean, okay, it would be a stress-a-thon, but if we scored, it was 0-0, we scored the winning goal in the 90th minute, or the 96th minute, I'd be over the moon. Ah, good evening, Halloween. Hope you're well. And the thing is, anything's a bonus. So, you know, if we think like it's going to be tight, it's going to be difficult, and, you know, if we happen to miraculously pull off a comfortable win, then it's kind of like anything's a bonus. I mean, nothing will quite beat that Euro 2024 match against Slovakia when Jude Bellingham scored that goal in what was it? We were 1-0 down, and then I think it was the 96th minute, and there was 6 minutes of time added on. It was talk about leaving it to the very, very end. But it's amazing the relief and the joy that you feel when something like that happens. Yeah, I love the look of that livery. I can't remember for sure whether I've streamed it or not before. Just hope I'm going to be wide awake enough. I feel as though I got a good night's sleep last night, but I still feel a bit tired. Ah, okay. There your daughter, yeah. Yeah, Shih Tzu, yeah. Shih Tzu Bichon, yeah. Yes, absolutely. I'd be struggling a bit. Hey up, there's somebody on top of them signals again. At least he looks a little bit more official capacity. Yeah, aesthetically, they've done a good job, haven't they? I do quite like the look of that. I mean, they even found a way of having a, you know, that middle door light. They kind of made a way of getting the middle bit looking nice as well. Okay, I know it's not kind of used all the time, but it's there. Got Brazil-Norway as well, haven't we? Kicking off shortly as well, if it hasn't kicked off already. I can't remember what time the kick-off there is. Yeah, we've certainly got a dearth of passengers. But I'm quite sure if you look back, that you would have had passengers on this when it first came out. Right, yeah. I was thinking that in the back of my mind, yeah. Yeah, that should be interesting. But it's shaping up quite nicely. I mean, France-Morocco is not a given. I think Morocco, well, they already proved, haven't they? They were semi-finalists in Qatar, and they've produced some decent results. So that's they are not going to be. That's not going to be an easy one to work out. Did they play each other? They played each other in the semi-final, didn't they? In Qatar, and I think France got a scruffy 1-0 win. And of course, tonight we've got. I suppose it will be billed as Vinicius Junior against Erling Haaland. Yeah, that's official then, Pete. Yeah, that's the Macap. Could have bought some cushions in that livery yesterday. There we go, nice gentle stop. Oh, okay, right. I still can't believe the fact that, you know, sort of 4 years ago that France played Argentina in the final. Kylian Mbappe became the first man since Jeff Hurst to score a goal in the World Cup final, and they ended up on the losing side. Yeah, they're destined Belgium, and you know, I'm more or less guaranteed that they'll win the World Cup by saying this, but they're always destined to be the also-ran, aren't they? And you know, you could say the same is true of England to a certain extent, but Belgium, again, they've had that. I know it's a bit of a cliche, but they've had that golden generation of players, and they never quite lived up to the mark. I think I pulled Uruguay in the sweepstakes, so that guarantees that I won't be at the prize-winning ceremony. But it's going to go really quick from now on. I mean, the last 16s will all be finished by Tuesday. We've got a break on Wednesday, Then we're straight into the quarterfinals from Thursday onwards, and before you know it, it'll be the Sunday of the it'll be the semi-finals and the final. I think the final is 2 weeks tonight, so we really are at the business end now of the World Cup coming to an end. Yeah, every single station we've come to, there is absolutely nobody to speak of. No passengers whatsoever. Oh, very much so, Pete. Yeah, absolutely very much so. Why do they need to be 3 minutes? Answer, of course, is because of the adverts. And fair play to ITV and the games that we've seen in this country. They've not used them for advert breaks. So, but yeah, 100%. And kind of, I mean, they came up with the excuse that because we've had games played in air-conditioned stadiums. Where you don't need hydration breaks. Of course, FIFA, their argument is, well, you've got to do it for the same for every match for consistency, but... Oh, absolutely, yeah. But yeah, I mean, it completely... I mean, sometimes it could work, because you think of the England match the other day, and we were actually improved after the hydration breaks. It almost did us a favour, but it just completely breaks up the rhythm of the play. You know, football's supposed to be played in over 2 halves. Yeah, it's just totally and utterly broke, isn't it? The passengers on it. So they've fixed it in some places. We've got passengers at a few passengers at London Euston, not many, but it's just totally and utterly broke. Somebody's keeping an eye on those signals again. No, absolutely right. Absolutely right. And of course, that was the first World Cup that was in summer. You just know, though, you've got that box there. He's not going to ever open those doors, is he? I'm just too old to remember the 1970 World Cup. In fact, I didn't really have a massive interest in football until the 80s, so I was kind of old enough to remember the 82 World Cup in particular. That was kind of, you know, my age, but I wasn't really interested. It wasn't until 86 that I really started to take an interest in football. I think those that can remember the Brazil from 1970, that's when they really hark back to wanting, that's how they want to see Brazil play. Yeah, definitely, and again, will they be whatever new features they bring in, will they work, and will they be properly finished this time, rather than kind of ideas that sound quite nice in the Dovetail Direct preview, but then aren't executed properly. Yeah, absolutely right. That's a good point. Yeah, it's like, nah, sorry, no, it's not been done. Yeah, sorry, you can go home now. Come back another day. And I know I've mentioned this before, but you listen back to the Dovetail Direct announcement, and we were promised signal delays. Every run will be different. Never been brought about, as far as I know. Quietly forgotten about. What happened to them? Yeah, it was all supposed to be part of this expect the unexpected, but it never happened, did it, really? It was kind of, in many ways, expect the expected. And a lot of it's a little bit on the gimmicky side, and I mean, I'd never bring myself to bother with train faults because they've never been sorted. And you know, and again, you've all said it a million times, but it's the temporary speed limits. Oh, I'll tell you what, let's make them everyone the same length. You know, it's just not random. Oh, absolutely, and you know, it's like, you know, this whole thing about, right, let's introduce some new ideas. We're not going to put it back on all the old routes, though. That would take far too much time and effort to do. And, you know, this West Coast Main Line, a great example of that. I mean, how much effort really would it have been to have put the announcements in at the stations? Yeah, that's a good point, Brian, actually. Which, to be fair, is pretty good. I've not really had a go at trying it yet, but I think that's something that is slowly miles better than conductor mode, where, you know, I haven't got any interest in walking around the train and checking tickets, but I quite like the idea of that because you get to see loads of trains coming in and out, and I think that's quite a decent thing. Yeah, it's a good question. I've said before, but I mean, I don't just want signal delays. I would really like to see some proper delays, because if what you kind of want is it to randomly decide um, what the percentages of trains to be on time on any particular day, and and again, the problem is it probably would be executed really badly, but in theory, if we got into the situation where it was done properly, then that would replicate real life quite nicely. And it could randomly, like, pick your train to be suddenly you're running 10 minutes late, and then there's a load of chaos on the network, and all trains are running late. I mean, somebody said, I think somebody said yesterday, but it'd be great if you could have platform alterations, but might have been Josh, but you can never see that working because they make just such a hash of it. Oh, they were random events, and it was like you were getting them 5 times a run on every single run. But yeah, I think those would be probably the two things I think off the top of my head. Proper, regular, random delay. So sometimes, I don't know, you could have this bias where you could say maybe 60-70% of the time you were roughly on time, or the timetable was roughly on time, and then another 30%. And again, you could just have different versions. The other thing really would be put the station announcements in on all the routes and do it properly so it works and we don't get all this nonsense of this train is the next train at platform 5 is for Manchester Piccadilly only. What? And of course, the great thing is, the exciting thing really is going to be the routes, but it's it all takes time. Be very interested to find out. Hopefully, we find out what Just Trains' next release is as well. Oh, absolutely, yeah. And don't forget, of course, at first there was some sort of bug in it where you couldn't restart it at one point as well. It just wouldn't go. But yeah, I'll be excited to see what Just Trains come up with, what Alan Thompson Simulation, what they have planned. There's a load of it interesting stuff. What Firefly are going to come up with next. What Johannes in the long run is going to come up with as well, because you've kind of got like Thames Valley branches, which is you would think, I'm not going to say it needs minimal effort, because that speaks of a man who doesn't build routes, but it should be a little bit lighter than some of the routes that have been done. So hopefully there's a load of people that are going to do stuff. And then, you know, at what point is it going to be next year? At what point are we going to get a game that's in, most likely, I mean, as I was saying, Unreal Engine 6, but most likely Unreal Engine 5. And then, you know, the big palaver of, well, actually, we can't retrospectively use your old DLC. It's going to be all, well, it's brand new. It's a new game. It's been 10 years, so it's a new game, and we're going to have to start all over again. You know, it's sort of like, give us like $3,000 every 10 years, and then that'll do. So I wonder if we're going to get frame lag now coming into Watford Junction again, because it seems to have happened on the busy areas. But I shall look forward to it, to be honest. I look forward to it all. But it'd be a shame in a way, because if we kind of get to the stage where with TSW6 and you've kind of got to that bit where actually you're starting to fill in the gaps and you've really got extensive parts of the UK network done, and then they kind of like pull the plug, then that would be a massive shame in many ways. See, I love that as we cross over the points, you hear the sound of the motors cutting out and then the restarting. That is excellent. Yeah, amazing livery that. Yeah, and fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Trace of community chap gets that done. Where we could have one merged route. You know, to be able to. I mean, somebody said it'd be unrealistic, really, to have Euston to Carlisle as one route, or it would be unnecessary because the reality is that if you're a passenger driver, you're never going to do the shift beyond Preston. So, you know, it'd be nice if we could at least get Euston to Preston put in one go, and we kind of got one uniform timetable to do the whole run-in. That would be amazing. There we go. So, hope you've enjoyed it. So, sorry it's been a bit of a shorter stream tonight, but I hope you've still all enjoyed it. And we'll see what comes out in the next week or two. I'll have a think on next Sunday, or it might be partly half an eye on with the Wimbledon final as well. But we'll see. I don't think the football will get on the way next weekend. But we'll see how things go on. And always to say, I always forget to say sometimes, but anybody new watching, if you enjoyed it tonight, you want to like and subscribe, then I'd be really appreciated. Yeah, merged routes could be amazing. Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you very much all. Amaze Tase, Dom, Scooby, Pete, Brian, all of you, and Bailey Boy. Yeah, absolutely. That's the one thing we need to say now. Apart from Pete, come on, England. Let's do us proud. Let's get that win tonight, and let's march into the quarterfinals with confidence. That would be incredible. Yeah, thank you very much, Scoob. And again, all of you, enjoys your comments, your chat as always, and it's kept things flowing very nicely, as is always the case. So, hope you, if you are watching it live, I hope you manage to stay awake for it as well, and you're not too tired work-wise tomorrow. But yeah, come on, England, England. Come on, let's get that win. So thank you very much, and until next time, Power Flower, Trains and Planes. For now, it is good night.